And I'd like you to take the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. And then bring one hand to cover your belly and one hand to cover your heart. So you're just settling down. And I'd like you to close the eyes. We're removing the sense of sight. And just see if you can tune into your heart beating. Your small little beats within your chest. Just tuning in. And you might be aware of the hands moving with the breath. So as you're breathing in, the hands lift. And as you breathe out, the hands fall. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're connecting with the breath. Seeing if you can breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Cleansing and warming the breath. Seeing if you can breathe with your full lung capacity. Breathing all the way down into the belly. Full inhale. Full exhale. And just notice where the mind goes to when it does drift. What thoughts occupy your mind? Without judgment, without criticism, just bring your awareness back. Back to you. You are all that matters right now. Slowly allow the eyes to open. You can take the hands to clasp overhead. If the hands are comfortably clasped, you might be able to take hold of each elbow. So the elbows, one hand is in each elbow. You bring the knees together and then allow the knees to drop over to the right side. Knees dropping over to the right, head to the left. And you can stay here in this passive twist. Maybe you'd like to straighten off that top leg. Maybe you'd like to straighten both legs. So you'll notice that I'll always give you options in these postures. Don't just come into a position because I tell you to. Just listen to your body. Your body is the best at communicating to you what's right and wrong. Only do it if it feels good, if it feels right for you. Keeping the breath deep and full. And then bending the legs if they're not already. We take the legs back to center and allow the legs to drop over to the left side. Head to the left, sorry, to the right. And then you've got that option again of straightening off that top leg. Maybe you want to straighten both legs. So just lying in this passive twist, feeling the twist stem from your thoracic spine to your mid-back region. And without force or strain, just let this twist happen naturally for you. Just allow gravity to do its work. Breathing in and out. And bending the knees, coming over all the way onto one side and pushing up into sitting. And then you're going to take the legs around and come into kneeling for me. So hands are coming underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're going to mobilise through our cat and our cow. So take a deep breath in to begin with, and then as you exhale, round your back up to the sky, look at your thighs, push the hands into the floor. And then as you inhale, tilt the tailbone, gazing forwards and up, we drop the belly button down. Exhale, rounding, push the floor away as we round the back upwards. And then inhale, space in the chest as the heart grows forwards. And we open. Now keep playing between these two extremes in your own time with your own breath rhythm. So you move on the inhale and the exhale. Finding space in the spine as we massage through the back. Just really take your time to enjoy this movement. Breathing deep and full. Finishing your last round, coming back through to your kneeling with a central back, and we'll inhale, send the right arm high, and as you exhale, thread it underneath the left, bringing one shoulder all the way down to the floor. Now your left hand can stay on the floor, or you can reach that left arm all the way out along the front of the mat. Leaving the hips high, we feel that twist stem from the centre, relaxing the head down, maybe sending your gaze upwards. We'll hold here for 4 deep breaths. Try and keep the breath full into the belly. One more breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, sit the hips back down to the heels. Still sticking with that twist, but we've relaxed the hips down. One more inhale. As you exhale, left hand comes by the shoulder and we uncurl the body, restacking back to centre. Let's take that through on the other side. Inhale, lift the left arm. And as you exhale, thread it underneath the right, bringing that shoulder down to the floor. Avoid straining the neck. Allow the head to rest on the mat. Hips lifting high, squaring them off. That right hand can stay here, or you can send that arm all the way forwards, lengthening out through the fingertips. Feeling that two-way pull, rotation and lengthening. Side of the body. Feel the opening through the chest as we spiral round. For 4 deep breaths, we hold. Try and experience all the little sensations you feel in your body in this position. one more inhale. And as you exhale, starting to relax the hips down to the floor. We stick with the twist. We just relax the hips down this time. Passive posture through the body. Just allow the body to be as it is. One more inhale. And as you exhale, bringing that right hand by the shoulder, uncurling the spine, and we refine center. Tucking the toes under, we're going to come into a crouch position and just start to rock the weight towards the heels. So this practice is going to be predominantly floor-based. We're not really going to come up to standing at all. It's going to be really relaxing. That's the aim anyway. So really massaging through the feet, pushing the weight back and then rocking forwards. So we're massaging the soles of the feet on the floor. And then you might like to take a little twist side to side. So we twist one way and then the other way, just feeling that massaging effect through the calf muscles. Hopefully you can feel that quite nicely there. And then we're going to drop the heels down towards the floor and lift the hips up. So coming into a standing forward fold. And from here, if you can, cross the arms. If you'd prefer, if your back is happier, you can rest the hands on the thighs or on the shins. So only taking that ragdoll if it's open to you in your practice. And from where you are, you might like to take a gentle rock side to side. Really playing around with that oppositional feeling of the head weighted like a bowling ball, but the hips lifting up. Tailbone pointing towards the sky. But a floppy head, heavy head. Once again, if the mind feels distracted, just bring your awareness back to sensations you feel in your body. Maybe you can feel some tension in the back of the knees. And if you can, direct your breath there. To breathe all the way down into the legs. And then breathe out from the legs. And then bringing the hands down to the floor. You can take a bend to the knees here if you like. We're going to open up into a wide forward fold. So the legs can be about the width of one of your legs. So your feet are quite wide. And once again here, I'm going to suggest that we take hold of each elbow and just have a gentle sway side to side. Now if that's not available to you, you can take the hands to the thighs. You can take a bend to the knees if that's better for you. So just coming into this pose to suit your body and to suit your practice. So just taking that gentle rock. If you can. Freeing up space in the hips. Keeping the breath deep and full. Breathing into the belly. Breathing all into the hips. Down to the floor, starting to walk the hands to the front of the mat. Coming onto your knees again, you're going to relax all the way down onto your front. forearms down, we're going to lift into Sphinx pose. So Sphinx is a nice moderate back bend. So we're bringing the elbows in close to the body and feeling a sense as if we're pulling ourselves forwards with our hands on the mat. So feeling the heart pushing forwards, shoulder blades retracting, squeezing together, shoulders dropping down and away from the ears. You might like to stay here. You might like to take the legs a bit wider and come into sealed pose. We take a bend to the knees and then we're going to drop the head, opening up through the throat. Now those of you that have the space to might be resting your head on your feet, in which case Cirque du Soleil are looking for you, and yeah. Either way, you're going to be feeling an amazing back bend, an amazing chest opener in this position. Just feeling the head move in the direction towards the toes. Without force or strain, just allowing it to happen naturally. Two more breaths here. And then bringing the head back through to center, relaxing the legs if they were bent and taking them close together. Coming all the way down, we take the arms wide. And we're going to take a bend to the right leg, and then we're going to travel that leg all the way over towards the left side. So just feeling that twist, arms lengthening out at shoulder height. We hold for just 3 breaths. Feeling that twist through your center. Inhale. Exhale. It doesn't matter if your leg's not moved that far. Maybe you've just bent the knee and you want to rest the thigh on the floor. That's fine. So you only move over as far as you have the space to. One more breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back through to center. Let's bend the other leg, so left leg bends. You can keep it there, or if you have the space to, move it across to the other side. So clicking and clunking is perfectly normal, but you don't want to feel any pain. So just working with the release of tension. If anything doesn't feel right for you, just take a moment to rest. One more inhale. And as you exhale, bring that leg back to center. And then bring the arms just so they are underneath the shoulders. So taking your left hand out, shoulder height, right hand is going to push into the floor. And you're going to roll towards that straight arm. Now it might be that you stay here, you might stay quite close to the mat. Maybe you can push up a little bit more. Maybe you can take that top leg, bend it and use it just to prop the body there in space. So this is our starfish pose. Lots of different options depending on how much space you have in the chest. So by all means stay close to the floor if that's better. If you have the space, you can take your top arm, reach around and clasp the hands behind the back. Pushing the chest forwards, try and relax the head down on the mat so you're not straining the neck by looking upwards. Then we'll hold this posture for 4 deep breaths. Really give yourself permission to let go of anything you're holding onto in the chest, in the shoulders. This is where we store all our emotional baggage. Every time you breathe out, just imagine yourself letting go. One more full breath here for me. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly coming back down towards the mat. Take time to bring both hands in underneath the shoulders, maybe rolling through the shoulders, checking in with how they feel. How amazing does that one feel? I love that one. Let's do the same on the other side. So this time, right arm straightens out, left hand pushes into the mat, and we're going to roll over towards that straight hand. Maybe taking that top leg to bend and placing it just behind your straight leg. Feeling an opening through the chest. Really good at helping with posture. We spend a lot of time sitting down with rounded shoulders. This can help to open up. Maybe taking that top hand, maybe interlacing the fingers together. Making sure that head relaxes down to the floor. And really see if you can pay attention to how this posture makes you feel. Focusing solely on you right now. Three more deep breaths. One more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly rolling back towards the mat. Take your time. Bring both hands in. Allow the shoulders to reset. So as we revisit another back bend, you can choose to come to Sphinx again if you'd like. If you'd like to, you can come to Cobra, lifting the chest away from the mat, rolling the shoulders down away from the ears. So from here you can stay in Cobra, or you can take the right leg forwards. Good, so right leg coming forwards. And feeling the opposite leg deepening and opening through the psoas muscle. Feel the heart growing forwards. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, look away from your bent leg towards your straight leg. Bring your gaze back. And then send that leg back behind you and bring your other leg forwards. Deep bend, bringing it forwards towards that front hand and feeling that opening through the psoas muscle at the back in the hip. Heart growing forward, shoulders dropping down. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gaze towards your straight leg, maybe feeling that twist through the back slightly. And then bringing your gaze back through to center. Send that leg behind you and come through to child's pose. Relaxing your hips down towards your heels. Feeling your fingertips lengthening towards the front of the mat. Just allowing your body to exist in this posture. Allowing the spine to elongate. Then bringing the hands under the shoulders and pushing the floor away. You're going to come forward onto the hands and bring in front of you one leg. So bringing that leg in front, we're going to come into pigeon. So ultimately we're looking to have the front shin in line with the front edge of the mat, but I'm not quite there in my practice yet, so don't feel bad if you're not either. So we're taking a deep bend to that front leg. Back leg is straight. If that's not available to you, you can bend the back leg. Now this open hip wants to lift away from the mat and it wants to roll off. I want you to try and roll that hip down as if someone has their hands on the back of your pelvis and they're pushing your hips down towards the floor. Bring the hands in front of you and feel your heart growing forwards, your heart opening. And as you exhale, bring maybe the weight down onto the forearms. Maybe you can bring hands towards the forehead. Maybe you can release all the way down. So finding a version of this pigeon pose to suit you, and we hold here for 4 breaths, really opening up through the hips. Allowing your legs to resist the urge to hold on here. And allow the hips to really let go. Allow the hips to soften. One more breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, start to bring the body up and out of the posture. Bring that leg behind you. And bring your other leg in front. So just check the angle of the knee, having it in a position that suits you best. Back leg is straight, or if you prefer, you can come to a bend. So remember that hip wants to open up, but you're going to try and square it off to the mat. So you're going to roll the open hip down towards the mat. Fingertips coming in front of the bent leg. Inhale, heart grows forward. Feel a sense of your heart opening, lifting. And then as you exhale, walking the fingertips away from you, maybe the forearms come down to the floor. Maybe you can bring the forehead towards the hands, relaxing all the way down over that leg. Now this is where we feel a sense of the body resisting the body to move into this position. So really try and encourage yourself to fully let go. Giving yourself permission to repair and to heal. 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, bring the hands onto the floor, pushing the mat away. And we're going to send the legs out in front of you now. So the legs are out in front of you, but I'd just like you to allow them to be relaxed. So often in yoga we'll tell you to lift the kneecaps and lift the toes up, but just allow them to go heavy. Take a softness to the knees and bring your chest on your thighs. So if that's a deeper bend for you, then bend the knees as much as you need to get your chest to your thighs. Turn your palms upwards, so the fingertips are lengthening towards the front of the mat, and then nod your forehead through your knees. So a really passive forward fold here. You might start to feel the hamstrings opening up, so you might be able to shift the hips backwards, or you might like to walk the heels forwards as we start to lengthen the legs. But if you can, try and keep the chest on the thighs. Resist the urge to hold the head up and to look around the room. Resist the urge to think about anything else but you and your body right now. Full inhale exhale, completely giving in to the posture. Noticing how with time, with patience, the body does begin to soften and it does begin to respond. Maybe not straight away, but with time, with consistency. And then slowly starting to walk the hands back up. And take the soles of the feet together. So we're going to come into quite a wide butterfly pose, or bound angle, however you like to call it. So there's quite a wide diamond here, quite a wide angle. And again, turn the palms upwards, placing them by the feet. We take a deep breath in, heart grows forwards. And as we exhale, feel the weight of the body drop down and over the legs. Just as much as your body will allow. Feel the crown of the head travelling in the direction of the front of the mat with the fingertips. And just allow the hips to open, to morph and mould into this position as we work through the tension in the hips. Feel the hips soften with each exhale, as if you're physically breathing out some of the tension that you're storing. Inhale to create space, and exhale to release tension. Placing the hands down on the floor and starting to walk the hands back towards the pelvis. Keeping the feet together, you're going to come all the way down onto the floor. We've come full circle all the way back to reclined butterfly. And I'd like you to place the hands over the belly, just underneath the solar plexus. So as we come into relaxation now, I'd like to suggest that you stay there in butterfly, but if you prefer to come into a more traditional Shavasana, you can stretch the legs out along the floor. So palms over the belly, and just relax the shoulders down into the floor. Eyes closed. Really connecting with your breathing. Beneath your palms, envision a flickering flame, burning at the very center, at the very core of your being. As you inhale, see the flame grow brighter and stronger, warmth spreading around your body. If this light senses any emotional upset, any tension, it just washes it away, soothing away negativity and any imbalances. They bounce off like a firework flickering from the flame, leaving you feeling content and calm. Fire teaches us that power results from combining and integrating rather than fighting and dominating. Remember that there is ease and grace in true power, and you are powerful beyond measure. From where you are, stretching your legs out long on the mat and taking the arms overhead as if you're waking up from a long night's sleep. Sides of the body lengthening, fingertips lengthening. And then when you're ready, curling over onto your right side. Just resting here in the fetal position for a few moments. And when you're ready, pushing yourself up into a seated position with me. Bring your hands through to prayer and just bow your head for a moment. I'd like to read you some words by David G. Allen, who says, "Patience is the calm acceptance that things can happen in a different order from the one that you've planned." So I wish that together we all manage to find some patience in ourselves, in the situation we're in. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Blessings of health and happiness. Om Shanti Namaste. So I think you can just about see me now. I hold my candle. So thank you all so much for joining. I will be taking another yoga class on Sunday morning at 11, and that's the invigorating, that's the fitness power flow. So if you're looking for something more fast-paced, that's going to be that class. Very, very different from what we've just done now. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. If you're thinking of things to do tomorrow, then we will be doing a live stream podcast at 11 talking about how exercise is crucial for your mental health. So if you fancy joining, by all means do. Thank you all so much. Big kisses, and I hope to all see you again soon.